What's going on, everyone? Jimmy Lyko here, back again, and today we are talking about the new Star Fox remake. Now, I really like the cover with the art style in the background that's being illustrated. It's kind of weird how it's like the realistic looking designs with that, but I like the cover. It looks nice. They do look a little funky, but you kind of get used to it. I think Peppy looks perfectly fine for the most part. Then you got the back cover. Your choices and actions shape the story, which is very much true. Two-player co-op, that's just like Star Fox Zero, where someone shoots and someone flies. And then you got the inside. There's the cartridge. And it's like Fox looking at the Arwing. It's kind of a random picture, but let's get into the game. Okay, so here we are on the main title screen. As you can see, Star Fox. Not called Star Fox 64, even though that's what it is. Main menu with the beautiful music of the original. Amazing. You have your campaign, which is a single player. When you first start the game, we'll throw you into training, which OG 64 and 3D do not do. That's just a separate thing you can do if you want to. But they kind of have like a little story with it. And the challenge mode is a new thing in which you can go on any of these planets, and they have certain little achievements that you can do. As a challenge, I haven't actually tried these yet. I probably will, just for funsies. Some of these kind of seem hard. I don't think you have to do all these in one swing. They can just be one at a time. The map select music, amazing. So battle mode for multiplayer is a lot better this time, because not only is it just 1v1v1v1 with bots or whatever, it's actually teams like 4v4. You can be Star Fox or Star Wolf, which is really cool and new. And then there's different stages, different objectives. So I played a couple online, and there's 3 different Sector Y, Fishing, and Corneria. All pretty cool. Show you this real quick. This is more one of the newer things, just like the challenges of the game, in terms of gameplay, which I think is cool that they're even editing that, because if they just had the original multiplayer, it would have been totally fine. But this multiplayer is definitely more fun. I went back and tried to play multiplayer on Star Fox 64 3D just for this video, and to compare it, the difference. But the fact that you can play as Star Wolf is so cool, man. Their actual Wolf and 2 ships is so cool. And the music remastered, it's so good. But the coolest part about this game is finally it's now 60 FPS, so it runs really smoothly in comparison to the original in 3D. So that's definitely a lot better. In terms of like smoothness of gameplay, stuff like that. Controls, you can use the 64 controller. It's really cool. I don't know. I don't play this in handheld mode. I only play this as a 64 controller. I don't know how to do a somersault. It's not the same. Sorry, I'm just wasting time. Okay, so I figured out. You just press an entirely separate button on this side. That kind of makes sense. Okay, but that's multiplayer. It's cool how it's 4v4 teams, and there's like an objective and stuff like that. Wolf and team and Star Fox. That's really cool. I hope they would do more with this into like a newer game. And have like co-op instead of just being someone's flying and someone's shooting. You would actually have like, let's say one player plays as Falco and the other is Star Fox. That would be pretty cool, not gonna lie. Okay, so getting into the game, there's easy, normal, hard. I believe easy is like the 3DS difficulty, because I remember that being pretty easy, and the 64 difficulty is just normal, because it's a little harder. The normal one's the only way you can get the medals and earn those hit counts that progress towards that. Now, another one of the biggest deals of this is the new cutscenes, which are really cool, because Digital Foundry, John Linneman mentioned this, but based on your decisions in the game, the cutscene for the next level will change, because sometimes, like in OG Star Fox 64, you would just go to a level and then they would say a little dabble why you're going there or whatever. But in this game, they'll actually, when you have the decision, because in the case of going to Titania to save Slippy, the only way that happens if Slippy gets knocked out in Sector X. You cannot, even like the 64 when it breaks the story, you cannot go there unless Slippy gets knocked out. So in the case of like going to Solar or Sector X, if you accomplish the mission on Fashina, I believe, the one with Bill, or Katina, sorry, it will give you the decision, oh, do you want to go to Sector X to check out Andros' secret weapon? Or do you want to go to Solar to check out the enemy bioweapon? They'll like mention in the cutscene, and if you only completed the mission, they won't do that, because that's not an option based on what you did. You know, it's really cool how it like integrates the story with the gameplay, because that's never been done before. And yeah, like I said, it controls amazingly, both on the N64 controller, feels just like how it did on original, but smoother because it's 60 frames. Like, I went back to play 3DS. I don't know if I'm really bad at the 64 difficulty on the 3DS, or it's just the 3DS, like, controller / controls, but this definitely feels better to play on, like, Joy-Con / Pro Controller and N64 controller, like the original does. And also, the new voice lines, like, when Kat's on Zonus, she actually mentions being a part of Falco's crew. It's like, finally we know why Falco knows who Kat is, because that was never ever mentioned before. He had his own crew. They mention again on Medio when you go through the portals. I'm like, this is crazy lore dropping right now. Like, what do you mean? So it seems like he was a mercenary, just like they are in Star Fox, but he was part of a different group beforehand, and Kat was part of that group, so that's how he knows her, which is very cool to learn. There's definitely more scenarios that I gotta try out and see, but yeah, so the best parts I got about the game for me, the best part of this version of Star Fox 64, considering I've played every single version of this game because I love it so much, is another thing is Falco directly mentions, like, how you can accomplish they'll like say how you accomplish a mission both before and after if there's something. See how he mentioned the archways and how you go through them? In the original, he says nothing about it, but in this, he's like, hey, you should try swinging the needle, whatever. And then that's how you get to accomplish it and follow the assault carrier here to accomplish a mission instead of just completing it. They actually, like, lead you to it. It makes more sense why you're doing it to do so. All over the dialogue of the story, it just makes a lot more sense. Now, some of the dialogue, I admit, isn't as funny. It's a little more serious than the original. There's still funny moments that I like. And there's stuff that they added that are new lines that are funny, like something on Medio, where Peppy's like, this isn't a competition, Falco. And then Falco's like, maybe not for you. I'm like, okay, that's perfectly in character for Falco. But yeah, overall, I think it just adds to the experience. There's a lot of really good stuff about this. Honestly, yeah, all the voice actors are good. The only voice actors I have a problem with, I think, are the enemy bosses, like this guy. And, I think maybe the Mio one, but that guy was actually trying, even if he's not as good as the original. But this one, I don't agree with, like, the changes they made to the dialogue, because instead of being like, who are you guys? And it's yelling, you'll never defeat Andross. The way he says it, I don't know if it's just because it's nostalgia, it's ingrained in my brain, but the way he's always said that, he's like, he's crying out in absolute horror as he's done. Like, Fox makes good line there, too. Like, that's so weak. You're no match for Andross, and that's it. It's not, you'll never defeat Andross. Like, he doesn't put the emphasis in it, bro. It adds to it. It's not just funny, but it's like, it's part of the Star Fox experience. I don't know what it is. It's a very, like, nitpick thing. It's a thing that wouldn't even happen if you never played any other version of this game. But it's just something I noticed. Like, there's never gonna beat those classic enemy boss quotes, like, here come the little hyenas now, like the train conductor for Macbeth. Like, he's not bad in this game, the voice actor does it, but it's just not the same as the original. Where this one, I just don't like the performance at all. I don't mean to offend the voice actor or anything, but the OG just did such a good job that following that up is pretty much impossible for some of them. Not for all of them. For some of them, they do totally fine. It's fine. I don't have a problem with. It's just like nitpick stuff, but like I said, just really, really cool with the differences in these. So you can still choose. It's like, oh, we're going to Medio, we're going to Sector Y, because you accomplished it. If you just complete it, you can only go to Medio. So every time you play Star Fox, if you've never played it before, based on what you do in a mission, if you accomplish it and complete it, there's going to be a different route. Some missions only have one route through them. So, for example, Aquas and Titania and Solar, there's only one way to beat it. Bulls, Area 6, once you get there, there's no diverting. Every other stage that I didn't just mention there has a diversion path that you can do. Like Macbeth, you'll either go to Bulls, which is Andross expecting that, because they mentioned that in the story, which is really cool, and Area 6, which will lead you to Venom 2 instead of Venom 1, which is how you do the hard true ending and the easier not true ending, I guess you could call it. And then some levels have multiple paths, like Sector X, where there's a warp There's an accomplish by saving Slippy, and then there's not saving Slippy to go to Titania, which is the only way to go to Titania. And actually, I had it so Slippy got knocked out by Starwolf on Fashina, and then on Sector X, it specifically brought him back just so I had the chance of him being knocked out on that mission. It still didn't happen because I destroyed the boss so fast because I played this game so many times. I kind of know the patterns. That's another thing. Some of the boss patterns, most of them are the same, but Andross, there's like different moves that they change and the way they work. And the boss for, I think the Sector X one I was just talking about is a little bit different. So they definitely actually changed some of the gameplay in terms of the bosses, which is pretty cool. And it actually makes them harder. So overall, the game, I'd say, is easier because it's an easier to play game with how the gameplay works. But there are times when I feel it's harder. Like Starwolf is easier to defeat because your teammates will actually like engage them and defeat them, which is really cool, by the way. But then it's harder because one time Andrew just obliterated Slippy, which never happens when I play 64. I always just take him out totally fine, you know? And they don't do that much damage to them. But he absolutely obliterated him. I'm like, bro, I didn't even get a chance to save him yet. It was crazy. So anyway, those are just the main gameplay things. The visuals obviously look amazing. Like Sector X, instead of being really, really dark, every terrain has its own like unique look and feel to it, because they can actually fully realize that in space this is how it would actually look, and it looks really, really cool. So definitely appreciate that, all the effects and the visuals and stuff like that. Really great game, great stuff that they added to it. Visuals, audio, the music is so good. I love the original like 3D version, the 64 version, everything like that. But I genuinely think this remake is like the best version of this soundtrack. It's so unbelievably good. Like this main menu map screen is one of my favorite songs in any video game ever. It's so well done. It's so well composed. They did such a good job doing this. But yeah, that's Star Fox for you. If you like Star Fox 64, you will like this game. If you've never played it before, you will probably still like this game because it's really good. It's really fun. It's short, but there's multiple routes. There's like 3 routes, I'd argue, in Star Fox 64. This is like the billionth video I've made about this game, but it's just because I love it so much. There's like your medium path where you go from Meteor Warp to Katina to Solar to Macbeth to then either Bolts or Area 6. There's your easy path where you go from Cornera to Meteo to Fashina to Sector X to Titania to Bolts, then Venom 1, or hard path Sector Y, Aqua, Zonas, Sector Z, Area 6, Venom 2. Originally there was going to be a Venom 3, and the medium path was going to have like one more satellite here, but that was in the original game. It never happened, unfortunately. That would have been cool if they actually added that to this game, but I don't even think the developers of this game knew what that original path was, because they're not those same developers. But yeah, overall, that's what I think of the new Star Fox game, this new version of it, and yeah, highly recommend it. If you want to play it or you were indecisive, this is definitely worth it. It's $50 physically at Walmart and Amazon, I think still, maybe it's not, but $50 digitally as well if you want to do that. So it's not a full price game either, so there you go. Overall, that's all I have. Oop. I always drop the camera in these videos. Overall, that's all I have to say about Star Fox. I hope you enjoyed. There will be more Star Fox videos comparing the versions of the game, so 64 3D to this version, and even Star Fox Zero might be thrown in there. And then I'm also going to try to play the original Star Fox 64 versus this game at the exact same time. I have no idea how that's going to go, but it'll be a fun video. So stay tuned for those. I'll catch you in the next one. Dream like Halo, out.